What's going on, guys? We have an update. KPA set for KBF finals after being declared Game 5 winner in protracted battle with Equity Dumas. Let's just break it down. So, the coastal-based side were declared winners of the game after a successful appeal to a case that wanted a replay before. So, apparently, the ruling has been overturned. Equity, they were supposed to play KPA for Game 6, Game 5 to be replayed. We were Game 6, but KPA appealed that, and apparently they've won. Let's just break it down. This article is by Mozart Sports, so without further ado, let's get into it. So the Kenya Ports Authority will finally have a chance for playing in the KBF Men's League finals after the team was awarded a Game 5 victory in their playoff tie against Equity Dumas. So despite the protest by Equity Dumas walking away in 59 seconds regulation, apparently the ruling has been made that KPA won that game. So after a long protracted battle between the two sides, the Independent Disciplinary and Complaints Committee ruled in favor of the coastal-based outfit following a hearing conducted between the two parties. So apparently the Equity Dumas, it was all for nothing. What I said was this: if the Equity Dumas knew that fan interference and security of the players on the court was an issue in Game 3, why did they play in Game 4 and Game 5? Why? You see, the attitude of Tucheze too, that is the reason why they lost. If they saw that it was an issue, they would have said, we're not playing Game 4, take it back to Nairobi, we'll play in Nairobi in Game 4, and they will have won the series. But now, they shot themselves in the foot. They just said, okay, let's just play Game 4. They lost. Let's play Game 5 despite the whole interference, despite the fact that they wrote an email. Let's just continue playing. So apparently now they have lost in the most funniest way ever. It's just laughable. In the hotly contested playoff tie, Dumas had won the first two games in Nairobi and only needed one win to seal maiden finals berth. KPA, however, overturned the result, leveling the series 2-2, heading into the deciding playoff match in Game 5. So, drama then ensued in Game 5 when the Dumas walked out of the court in 59 seconds left in regulation, and KPA were leading 66-54. Dumas, through their team manager Zadok Akida, cited they feared for their safety due to fan interference as the result of walking out. So this whole fan interference thing, let me just break it down. So Equity Dumas, these guys played Game 3 with all the fan interference that they had. They complained, they wrote an email. Why did you go back and play Game 4? You shouldn't have played. If you didn't play Game 4, there wouldn't have been a Game 5 subsequently on Monday, and you would have gone back to Nairobi playing that game. So unfortunately for them, they shot themselves in the foot, and now they're out of the finals because they decided to do something that went against what they were protesting. So even if they walked in 59 seconds regulation, still, if you try to be rational with it all, we can see they made a mistake. And initially, the game was set to be replayed following a ruling made, but KPA appealed the decision. So the powers that be decided that KPA is going to go to the finals, so there's not going to be a replay. So in the verdict of the appeal, Mozart Sport can reveal that KPA has been awarded victory following deliberations on the matter, with KBF Secretary General Anthony Kisoi confirming the verdict of the two teams. So it's just a very crazy situation. In quote, reference to the above mention of MP/SF/UG5/93 played in Makande, Mombasa, following the deliberations of the Independent Disciplinary and Complaints Committee. The Federation hereby informs you that the verdict is out and KPA have been declared the winners of the game. Honestly, I just expected this to happen because the KBF, you'll just see what these people do behind the scenes. So unfortunately for Equity, they shot themselves in the foot. They shouldn't have played that Game 4 and Game 5. They decided fan interference. So that was a mistake on their end. So they have to pay for that mistake. You can't say that it's fan interference that made you walk out of the game. Okay, fan interference is bad, But if you knew this in game 3, why did you play game 4 and game 5? I mean, let's just go on. Given the constraints of time and geographical locations of the members, attached find the advanced copy of the verdict with the signed copy available later. By a copy of this letter, the fixtures secretary is now advised to immediately work on a copy of this letter. The fixtures secretary is now advised to immediately work on the fixtures in the league finals. The statement seen by Mozart Sport read. So, I mean, with the ruling, KPA will now face Ulinzi in the finals at a date yet to be revealed. Well, Ulinzi had a fair share of drama after qualifying, as the legality was questioned from the beginning of the playoffs, with some quarters arguing that Valbuza was ineligible to feature for the Soldiers. Yeah, true. So there's also controversy on that end. I don't know if these guys for Lakeside are serious about this. Are they pushing it with the amount of pressure that they need to? Because if this is actually legitimate fraud, the whole playoff series could be scrapped off for Ulinzi. Because you could see this whole playoff run, especially for these teams that have made the finals, is just mad with controversy. It's reflecting poorly on the federation, and the federation just had to make a decision because they couldn't allow the finals to continue this to delay any longer. They just had to make sure that the finals have been played and it's all over. But unfortunately for Equity, they shot themselves in the foot. They shouldn't have played game 4 and game 5. They thought that they could win. They just said, despite the fan interference, they're gonna play anyway. So you see, they are suffering right now, and they are out of the finals race. So that's a fault to them. They made a mistake, and they have to suffer the consequences. And KBF, although KBF had a hand in it, although Equity Dumas had a hand in it, although KPA had a hand in it, so it's a murky situation. So it's not the best decision, but what I can say is the federation just looks like total failures at this point because of how they handled the situation there. And also with the Kisumu Lakeside and the Ulinzi Warriors, I can say the Ulinzi Warriors should put more pressure and hold the Ulinzi Warriors and the KBF accountable for fielding an ineligible player. So they should push that evidence further and even make sure they have paid for a court order to stop the finals if they are that serious. But if they are not serious, this thing will just be scrapped off, just like the way the KPA versus Dumas thing has been done. So unfortunately, there's no middle point, there's no middle ground. They just have to accept the fact that KBF is a corrupt organization and it's the detriment of Kenyan basketball, and nothing can be short from that. So yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a comment saying what you feel about what the Kenya Basketball Federation has done and might do, and if the corruption will continue and the coronation will continue. So yeah, just make sure leave your comment down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on notification posts so that you never miss any new videos that are coming out. Until next time, peace.